The banner scripture, I'll start with the banner scripture, is from Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22, 25, and 28. So it speaks about wives and husbands. I think we all know this verse. 5:22 says, "Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord." And then 25 says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." And then 28 says, "In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself." I think this is self-explanatory. Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord. This is the one that is used all the time. All the time, ladies, we are asked to submit to our husbands as to the Lord. However, husbands, more often than not, are never told to love their wives just as Christ loved the church. This verse is normally left out many times. The other one, 28, "In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies." You know, the way your husband loves himself, and he takes care of himself and presents himself and is, confident in himself. He ought to love you the way he loves himself. But most husbands do not love their wives as their own bodies. This is a call to a higher kind of love. However, a lot of wives are suffering because their husbands don't love them, either don't love them or do not love them as themselves, which the Bible is calling them to do. Wives are also not submitting to their husbands. I should not leave it out. I myself was having a challenge submitting to my husband who clearly did not love me. I was having a challenge submitting to a man who did not love me the way he loves himself. He, in fact, I think, hated me. I feel that way. I think he did love me. I have several times I asked him the reason why he married me, because why would you marry somebody you don't want to be with? Why subject them to that kind of situation? Honestly, I never understood. And the few times that we sat down to talk, I would ask him, "Why did you marry me? What was the agenda?" Because I soon realized that the agenda was not love. He didn't love me at all. And so here I was stuck in a marriage with a man who doesn't love me,